Alright, I have confirmed that they are shades. Or shadows. Not shades, shadows. So yeah, if you notice, the rooms are relatively really small compared to what Sora had to go through. And I'm fairly sure they still have the key to truth, key to guidance, and what's the last one? There's 3 of them. Key to guidance was... No, key to truth was the last one. Key to guidance was the second one. Key of beginnings, that's right. I think that's what it's called. Riku has like very little cards in his deck here. At least beginning off. I'm not sure how many he gets later, but you have to do a lot of reloading. And more attack points. But yeah, you cannot go down to dark points because you haven't unlocked the darkness, which is a weird phrase to say considering Riku was a bad guy who controlled the darkness in the first game. But you actually get to utilize the darkness in this game, and it's a weird mechanic, to say the least. Because it sort of like happens randomly every now and then. I guess it's because Riku can't exactly control it, or doesn't have the greatest control over the darkness because he's trying not to be the bad guy. He's like, the last time I tried to be the bad guy, I got controlled by a weird dude. So, let's be free. Let's be redeemed and whatnot. But yeah, so... Oh, my PC's dying. Well, my laptop is dying. I'm not sure if you would ever be able to tell if a PC is dying, like an actual desktop. I mean, when it crashes on you, probably. That's probably... You get blue screens. I think I have to use a strong initiative here. Yep, there you go. Use a strong initiative. Yeah, so far I haven't unlocked, a bajillion different map cards like I did during Sora's adventures. Considering I've just started, we're about, what, 17 minutes in if I count the events of the last game. Those things are so annoying. So whenever they hit you, they reverse your controls, or at least your movement controls, which can get very annoying at times. I don't know if we ever get new Keyblades for Riku. I don't imagine so. Because it's always been like Riku's thing. He's always had this one particular Keyblade sword. I think it was called Soul Eater. Still a really cool name. But yeah, I don't think we're going to get any new Keyblades, and I think that's why they didn't allow you to manipulate his deck. Because if there's no new cards, if there's no new Keyblades to add, you can't really exactly manipulate a deck. It would have been cool to have like different like dark spells to get and be able to combo. Like maybe like dark ice or I don't know, some sort of magic, some way to interact with this deck. But it is not. Even though they have an ability for dark magic, but they don't give you the magic cards. They give you the ability. I don't want to go through that door. 4. I think there's a 4 or higher, which is really expensive. Considering I just started off this game and I can barely pay the 2 or higher. And I think here is one of the doors. What do I go with? I think I go with a Looming Darkness, an 8. I was like, wow, 8 already? Damn. We must be getting into some really big rooms later. And I do believe now we get some more talking. Everything is just how I remember it, even this room. Bum bum bum. It must be nice being back in your old bedroom. Think of all your memories. Or all the memories. You again. We meet again. Sorry, but these memories I can do without. Maleficent gave me this room. Maleficent, I remember your time with her. So she did, and yet you lived here. Tempted with the darkness, by the darkness she offered. You cast away your home, your friends, everything. But at least they give you a nice room. Wow, what a dick. Celestial voice, man. Full-time savage over here. Jesus. Oh boy. Key of guidance. I'm pretty sure I mentioned key of guidance, key of beginnings, key of truth. I think that's the 3. If not, I'm making it the 3. That was the first door. So yeah, 4 and a 2. I was like, oh, let's just go back into the room and pay the 2. Pretty sure you just use this to farm. If you remember correctly, these like little prisms that actually did a lot of damage while stunning, and they made everything in this room a one-hit kill. So I was like, well, damn, that's nice. I think I tried it again here, and I think I got it. Yeah, there we go. Just trying to do some more leveling. Yeah, that's right. It's not a complete, you know, one-hit kill. At least the first wave is. But yeah, so since I have to level up my character again, since it's a new character, kind of just wanted to do that at the beginning. I might grind a little. Like I said, I'm not sure how long this game's gonna be because it felt kind of short. Not only because the rooms are smaller, or at least they felt smaller, but after a while, you just sort of feel like you're rushing through the worlds more so than usual, or at least I did. He's a really high jump, by the way. I have noticed that. It feels much higher than Sora's. I'm not sure if they did that on purpose. I assume they're not going to give Riku a high jump. I think I go with a strong initiative again, or a martial waking. Martial waking it is. Sorry if you hear me fidgeting around. I'm in a really weird setup. I'm trying to do audio at like 3 o'clock in the morning because my sleep schedule got off knock again. Off knock. Some sort of English was supposed to be had there. Yeah, my sleep schedule was off, and I'm like in the middle of my living room trying to get audio, so it's a little weird. For those who don't know what martial waking is, I'm pretty sure we had it in the first game. It increases all of our points on the cards, so now we have like, I think it's 1 point higher. All the values on our cards are 1 point higher than they were previously, which is cool. It would be pretty useful to use against bosses, which is I guess why they didn't use martial, or they stopped giving us green cards by the time the end game came around. So I guess that would make sense, because that was one thing I really didn't like about the ending. Or not that I didn't like about it, but I felt really frustrated because it was like I got halfway through Castle Oblivion, and then it's like, oh yeah, well, we don't actually spawn green cards in this area, but we're not going to tell you that. Just go on a frantic search on both Google and in the castle to find these almighty green cards. But you won't be able to find any on the 12th or 13th floor, so have fun. It's like, oh, okay. I wish they would have told you that, at least told you, be like, hey, you know, you may look for more green cards, but you will not find them here. I don't think the card value influences the damage. I think the cards do the same amount of damage. And it's weird that they've changed card power to attack power. So now in this game, we actually, like I said, since we can influence the deck, we actually influence the attack power, which is an interesting twist. And that's what I sort of expected them to do in the first game, in Rechain. I keep wanting to call Rechain reverse for some reason. Everything's reverse apparently. Just reverse everywhere. I don't know what to say. I'm just power leveling before I can go to this room. If you can call it power leveling. I feel like Riku has a different chain of attacks, which is really cool. He feels like he functions differently. I mean, you are pressing, you know, the X button, but visually, it looks like you're actually, you know, using different attacks, different swings, which I think was really cool. Yeah, okay. I said this isn't the boss fight, so I'm gonna use strong initiative. Because the boss fights, you can influence the boss fights by using green cards, which is why, as I said, they stopped giving you green cards. But we got more talking. No one here either. There's nothing but heartless in this castle. Not quite how I remember this. So you lied to me, voice. You fucked up. You done the youth. Voice. I know you're watching, so explain this shit. Where are the people from my memories? Do you want to see them? I mean, duh, that's why I'm here. Yeah, of course I do. But you cast them aside. Lol, what? You dreamt of the outside world, and you passed the door to darkness. Behind you, you left family, friends, home, everything, all in pursuit of darkness. But I cast that aside too. But if you cast aside your... yeah. But, what do you have to show for it? First your home, then the dark. Your heart only knows how to cast away. It's empty. Like that room. Oh, yes. Like your memories. That's why you don't meet anyone. Your heart is hollow, except for the residual darkness. You're wrong. I rejected the darkness. Go fuck yourself. I'm the new Riku. Haha. Ha ha ha. Did you really now? I imagine every time someone uses the phrase ha ha ha, like actually writes out the laughter, I feel like it's a monotone voice that they just suddenly like swap to. It's like in the middle of dialogue, it's like I've known you or something like really dramatic, and then it just goes ha 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 ha. That's how I read the laughter in like every situation for some reason. Probably because I'm just weird. That could probably be the best definition. They do also start introducing a lot of late game enemies that Sora has to fight pretty early on in the Riku storyline, which is really cool. Obviously, because we're moving backwards and these guys were introduced in Hollow Bastion. What I love though is that the shield dudes actually give less experience than the little like wizards that spin around. They're not wizards, I know that, but not sure what to call them. Copter mage, that's what I'm gonna call them. They're the copter mages, because they think they're like helicopters, but they're mages, so they're copter mages. Yep, that's their new name. I'm gonna change the wiki and everything. Nah, that's way too much work. Plus, I don't even know how to count on a wiki. Pretty sure there's a heartless wiki. More health because I can't actually level up anything else. So I felt like this story, at least so far, it feels sort of, it's like, guided a lot. And I'm not really sure how to feel about that. I went with a looming darkness. So it looks like I'm going to be doing even more fighting. All the fighting. I think I tried, like, to do something within the 15-minute time period, at least, like, have one cutscene. So it wasn't just, like, all fighting. Only problem with looming darkness is that the heartless that roam around casually actually can run and charge at you, so yeah, for whatever reason, the big guys get the same amount of experience as the small little shadows, which I think give the same amount of same amount of experience as the birds, these dragoon or dragons, dragoons. I don't know. I've been watching too much StarCraft. Where I feel like every dragon is a dragoon now. A dragoon. There we go. Just throw an extra O at the end. I'm too lazy to do that myself, apparently. I think I start using this triangle. Yeah, there you go. Because it is amazing. Oh. Excuse me. One guy. Oh, it's a Mingling Worlds. Mingling Worlds. We did get that in the first game. I'm gonna call Rechain the first game because it is technically the first game in this like series, the Rechain Rebirth series. I don't know. That's what I'm gonna call it. So, YOLO.